What's up guys, this is Automotive Anonymous and that's the hybrid Crosstrek. This one was generously borrowed by Twin Falls Subaru. Check them out, the link's below if you're interested in this one. Otherwise, we're gonna go through the hybrid, we're gonna do a walk around. We're gonna do a 0 to 60, I'll show you the GPS graph of course. And I'll just show you some first impressions and what you have, what you're gonna get if you are interested in this vehicle. A few cool facts about it is this one weighs a few hundred pounds more than the regular Crosstrek. It's 3,700 pounds. The tank is only 13.2 rather than 13.6, but you know what you get? You still get 480 miles of range, because with the hybrid, you get about 35 miles per gallon. It has an 8.8 kilowatt battery pack, which you'll see takes up a little bit of the trunk room. It takes about 5 hours to charge if you're on a basic 120 to 110 volt, or if you're on stage 2, 220 to 240, it only takes about 2 hours. But let's get into it, let's see what you get. Right off the bat, the wheels are specific to the hybrid. They're wrapped in 225, 55, 18, all seasons. They look really good. You do have badging throughout, and then chrome accents. The Subaru has a lot of safety features because it is a 5-star safety rated vehicle. So you have turn signals, you have blind spot monitoring, reverse automatic braking, lane keep assist. You have all the stuff that you come to know and expect on a Subaru. But let's get right into it. Let's get out of this wind and see what's on the interior. Blue stitching and accents throughout. They look really nice. Pretty big one bottle and some snackage door pocket. Pretty good sized cubby. No door still plate, but you do get some power options. You do get some blue stitching on the two-tone perforated leather seats that look really good. More blue on the dashboard. Let's start it up. You have a number of power options and controls down here, most of which relate to safety, traction control, and then the battery and charging setup. Of course, the light dimming right there. The wheel looks pretty Subaru. But let's go through some of the gauges. Let's see what the infotainment has to show us. You can see on this first one, which I like, how many miles would you have on battery only charge out of the 17 max if it was fully charged? How many miles of gas do you get? Your average. PSI once the car is on long enough to register. Miles per hour, how long it's been running, and how many miles you've gone since the last stop. Yeah, pretty cool. And then we have another big screen up here right there. It's showing which safety features are on. We're gonna go through that. Inclinometer, MPG, date, inclinometer again, radio, MPG, how many miles you got left and how many on the current trip, the date, and then we're back to charging. Pretty cool stuff. This is just the Subaru, the basic Crosstrek screen. Of course, you have a CD player. Doesn't look like anyone left anything in here. You have push button start, so that if you have the app, you can control some stuff through the My Subaru app. Pretty cool. You have the tactile gauges, which I really like. Big hubby right here, 2 USBs and an aux plug-in. And then you have a couple more buttons down here. You have X mode. You have one that helps to change the power settings. You have an electronic parking brake. You of course have tactile heated seat buttons. And then you may notice right here, park, reverse, drive, and then battery. So if you were on battery only, pretty cool. You can see right there though, our battery on the top is pretty low, so we're not gonna do any battery only driving right now. 2 pretty good sized cup holders, a Tootsie Roll holder, and then a pretty big, pretty spacious center console with 2 USBs and a 12 volt. So not too bad. Let's sit behind ourselves and let's see what you get in the Crosstrek. Door panel looks really clean, like no one's ever laid their arm against it. Blue stitching follows, looks great. Bottle holder, snack holder, pretty good. No door, no map pocket, where is it? But you do get really nice clean floor liners. The perforated seats follow, the two-tone design I really like. You can of course bring it down here. Not too bad. At 5'11", I fit pretty good. I have several inches of room. You have a pretty good view of the remainder of the cab from back here. Center console. 2 cup holders, because you don't get any cup holders, vents, heated seats, anything like that on the Crosstrek model. Yeah, let's go to the back. Let's see what else you get. No power lift, so we will do it manually. As we lift up, you can see a more Crosstrek plug-in hybrid badging. Very cool. So you lose a few cubic feet back here. Instead of having about 21 with the seats up like they are and 55 with them down, it's more like 16 as we sit right now, and then 43 if the seats are down. You can see you lose a little bit with the battery protector, but when you lift it up, what you get? Eye-bolt tow hook, screwdriver, fix-a-flat. You got a frisbee disc holder right there, and then you actually get an air pump right there that's in that bag. So not too bad. You still have your typical clips, a couple very low strength tie downs. You know, I wouldn't trust anything too heavy with those, but it gets the job done. And then you of course have a sunshade, which is folded out of the way right now. Let's close the hatch, and underneath we have the tow package and the standard 8.7 inches of ground clearance, because this is an all-wheel drive capable Subaru. To the other back seat, door panel looks really clean. I really do like the blue stitching. It looks great in person. You of course have the typical kind of fake carbon fiber pattern back there. One map pocket, but thankfully it stretches and it's yellow lined, so you can fit Apple Maps facing it, paper maps behind it. Backpack test looks great. No complaints from that passenger. And then the 60 split seat folds easily. Looks really good back here. Let's go up to the shotgun and see what they get. Door panel is nearly identical to the driver, minus some of the controls that you're missing on that plate. Really good door pocket. Cubbies, no power options. You get recline right here. You get slide forward and back right there. This seat looks really sharp though. Locking glove box, pretty good sized. Holds the locking lug nuts and the pamphlets. Really nice view. All right, let's go around, pop the hood. What does it look like in the hybrid system? That Lagoon Blue crystal sure is beautiful. All right, pop the hood. All right, there's the hybrid 2-liter engine. It still makes the 148 horse you're used to, but it looks a little bit different. Let's start with what we know. Air filters in through the grill, goes through the system, filters in the box, more ducting to the throttle body to drop it into the upper intake manifolds for the horizontally opposed 2-liter boxer. And then we have top mount oil filter, 0W20 oil fill cap, windshield water, reservoir. And then you got the orange electric cables where the power flows through. So, pretty cool system. We're not gonna mess with it too much, but I'm sure a licensed technician knows what they're doing. Like usual, there's a lot of available space. Like if you had to take off the ducting, it's just an open well of room down there. There's also a lot on the front side behind the dipstick right there. So pretty cool system. All right, let's drop the hood. Let's see how fast it is. Initial driving impressions, because this is a Crosstrek, it's very well balanced. Visibility is phenomenal. Having 9 inches nearly of ground clearance, you feel pretty confident on the road. The vehicle is about 16 feet long, 6 feet wide, and a little bit over 5 feet tall, so it's not that big. It's pretty dynamic. It can do a full U-turn in about 35 feet, so not bad. Yeah, all the typical Subaru driving impressions, characteristics that you have known to expect. Or if you're not familiar with them, just know that it handles really well for what this class of vehicle is. Anyways, what's different about the hybrid? Of course, you have the blue stitching that follows the interior. It's super comfortable. Having a little bit more weight, I think it actually feels more buttoned down to the road. if you want to bring up some childhood memories of George Jensen, listen to this. You can get a little bit of that electric motor sound, which is really cool. This feels like it's maybe faster than the base 2-liter, maybe not quite as fast as the 2.5, but let the GPS decide that. Otherwise, everything's where you need it to be. Really comfortable, really well set up. I have no restraints. If you guys are wanting to look into this vehicle, check it out. It's a good one. Let's get to that 0 to 60 now. 0 to 60 in the hybrid Crosstrek. Keep in mind the battery is actually pretty low. We're going to be in X mode. We're going to have traction control off. It's going to be in sport mode, so we're going to do a little bit of a rev launch. Density altitude's about 3,400 feet, so we are down on power a little bit over 10%. So keep perspective. It's not going to be with the magazine rates, but let's see what it can do. 0 to 60. Graph will be posted below. True seconds. I'll post the graph, which will show how it would be rated without the foot of rollout. I'm imagining it'd be in the 9.5s. Final thoughts of the hybrid Crosstrek is it's a pretty good offering. If you're in the market for a plug-in hybrid, I think you should definitely consider this because it does have all the Subaru capability that you've known and loved with their global platform. It is a bit pricier, as we know. It's higher than the limited trim, so you have to decide, is that premium worth it to you for a few extra MPG and to know that you're making a difference for the environment? And that's a question that only you can answer. Otherwise, thanks again to Twin Falls Subaru for letting me borrow this car. Check out the link below if you're interested. And otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, like the video so it's shared, and then comment. Tell me more of what you want to see. All right, guys, take care.